Quite an astonishing story. Well, the federal government is going to pump in an extra $600 million to strengthen Australia's cyber defences to protect business and critical infrastructure from attacks by state-sponsored hackers and criminal gangs. The opposition says the money being spent is way too little. Political correspondent Olivia Caisley has the story.
A bold blueprint to make Australia a world leader in cybersecurity by 2030.
The broad principle here is to build 6 cyber shields around our country to make sure that we're doing everything we can, big business, government, owners of critical infrastructure, to provide those protections for people.
The 6 protections include safe technology, empowering businesses and individuals, protecting critical infrastructure, working with partners in the region, and ensuring Australia maintains a sovereign capability. Businesses will also be forced to report when they've been hacked, and a special board will be created to investigate and learn from major incidents.
A lot of the time businesses, frankly, are scared to phone in cyber incidents into government because they don't know what the consequences are, and we rely on a self-reporting mechanism, which really doesn't cut it.
The strategy follows a string of major cyber attacks, including high-profile hacks of Optus, Medibank and port operator DP World.
Our government has a strong view that telcos need to be subjected to the highest level of cybersecurity standards in our country, and that is why we are changing the way that we regulate telcos.
2015 laws requiring telcos to store vast troves of customer data for 2 years, a vulnerability exploited by the Optus hackers, are also set to be wound back.
The document is full of legislation. There is an enormous regulatory response here that's going to be really useful for business. We are going to clarify the cyber standards that are required across the economy.
The plan is timely. Cybercrime is on the rise in Australia, jumping 23% over the past year, according to the Australian Signals Directorate's latest annual cyber threat update.
After all that talk, after all that rhetoric, is Australia going to be any more cyber secure from this strategy? It's extremely doubtful that it will, and that's really disappointing.
The strategy's release comes as the government is also under pressure over national security. It's scrambling to deal with the fallout of a High Court decision that saw the release of more than 90 individuals, including convicted criminals, from immigration detention.
The job for me now is to manage the NZYQ decision in a way that best protects the safety of the Australian community, and I will be examining every and all option, and that includes a preventative detention regime.
They don't know how many are in the community and whether or not they have electronic monitoring. That's an extremely concerning admission from the Minister from Home Affairs.
It's still unclear whether hundreds of other detainees may be released. Olivia Caisley, Sky News, Canberra.